He stood on a cracked street corner as the sun slipped behind the rooftops, cars rushing past like he didn't exist, and yet the moment he opened his mouth, the noise of the world seemed to pause. If you've ever felt invisible, ever felt like your dream was too big for where you come from, stay with this story until the end, because what happened next changed one life forever, and it might just change how you see your own. And before you forget, if this story touches your heart even a little, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this deserve to be shared. His name was Miguel Santos, though on the streets of Cebu, people simply called him Elvis. Not because he asked them to, but because the first time someone heard him sing, they laughed in disbelief and said, "You sound like Elvis Presley." Miguel didn't own a stage, a microphone, or even proper shoes most days. What he had was a voice, polished by loneliness and hunger, echoing off concrete walls and street lamps. Every evening after helping his mother sell banana Q by the roadside, he would stand on that same corner, close his eyes, and sing to whoever would listen or whoever wouldn't. Miguel grew up in a one-room home made of thin wood and rusted tin. When it rained, water dripped through the ceiling, and when it was hot, the air felt heavy and hard to breathe. His father had left years ago, chasing work that never turned into money or letters. His mother worked endlessly, hands rough, back bent, still smiling for her children. Music was Miguel's escape. An old radio, found half-broken in a junk pile, played crackling songs late at night. Among them, Elvis Presley's voice felt different, strong, emotional, alive. Miguel didn't understand every English word, but he understood the feeling. Heartbreak. Hope. Strength. He practiced quietly so he wouldn't wake his siblings, singing into a pillow, imagining applause instead of silence. On the streets, people reacted in different ways. Some stopped and smiled, some recorded short clips on their phones, others tossed a few coins without even looking at his face. And many walked past like he was just another sound in the city. There were nights Miguel went home with barely enough money to buy rice. Nights when he wondered if singing was foolish, if dreams were luxuries meant for other people. But every time he thought of quitting, his mother would say, "Anik, if God gave you a voice, use it." So he kept singing. One afternoon, a tourist stopped longer than most. She listened carefully, eyes wide, then asked Miguel where he learned to sing like that. He shrugged and smiled shyly. She recorded a full song and promised to upload it online. Miguel thanked her, not really believing anything would come from it. People promised things all the time. Life went on. Days turned into weeks. Then something unexpected happened. A neighbor rushed to Miguel's house, phone in hand, shouting his name. The video had gone viral. Millions of views. Comments from all over the world. People were calling him the Filipino Elvis. Producers from talent shows reached out. One message stood out more than the rest, an invitation to audition for America's Got Talent. Miguel thought it was a joke. America felt like another planet. He didn't even own a passport. Fear and excitement battled inside him. His mother cried when she read the email, not because she was scared, but because she finally saw a door opening that had always been closed. The community helped raise money. Neighbors who once passed him by now cheered him on. For the first time, Miguel felt seen. The journey to America was overwhelming. Bright lights, tall buildings, people speaking fast English. Backstage at AGT, surrounded by confident performers, Miguel's hands shook. Doubt returned, louder than ever. He remembered the street corner, the heat, the coins dropping on concrete. He whispered a prayer and stepped onto the stage. The judges watched him curiously as he introduced himself. His accent was thick, his story simple. When the music started, the room changed. Miguel sang with the same raw emotion he always had, but now his voice filled a massive theater. Every note carried years of struggle, every lyric carried hope. The audience fell silent, then slowly rose to their feet. By the time the song ended, there were tears in the crowd. One judge covered her mouth in shock. Another leaned forward, eyes shining. And then, in a moment Miguel would remember for the rest of his life, a judge stood up and slammed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti rained down as the crowd exploded with cheers. Miguel dropped to his knees, overwhelmed, crying openly. He wasn't just singing on a street corner anymore, he was being heard by the world. That moment didn't erase his struggles overnight, but it changed everything. Miguel returned home a hero. Opportunities followed: record deals, concerts, chances he never imagined. But he never forgot where he started. He went back to that same street corner, not to sing for money, but to remind himself and others that dreams can grow anywhere. Today, Miguel uses his platform to help kids like him, teaching music, sharing hope, and proving that talent doesn't need permission to exist. His story reminds us that sometimes all it takes is one voice, one chance, and one person willing to listen. If this story inspired you, if it made you believe a little more in impossible dreams, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring more real, powerful stories like this to light. Remember, greatness can rise from the most unexpected places, and your moment might be closer than you think.